Also fangen wir an. Zuerst teile ich meine Bildschirm. Entire Screen. Here we go. Und Untitled. Meine Bildschirm, man kann sehen, ne? Jeder kann sehen?
Yes.
Toll. Nur einen kurzen Moment. Es nimmt lange Zeit. Okay, übrigens, heute, was habe ich geplant, ist nicht etwas zu tun mit Grammar oder Grammatik, sondern über die allgemein Gespräch. Das heißt, we will be talking to each other, we will be speaking out something, we will be, you'll be given some topics on which you all will be speaking out and just trying to express your comments or express your feelings or your I don't know what to say. What do you want to say about that topic? That is what you are going to practice today.
Okay.
Ja, also einen kurzen Moment. Ich weiß nicht, warum es nimmt so lange Zeit. I will shut off my camera. I think that also makes a little slow. Let's see if it works. Okay, nun, wir sind bereit. Okay, so before we start, just want to tell you a little bit of grammar. Moment. Something is wrong. Can I write? I will be talking a little bit about past tense today. Now, this is again a very elaborate topic, but we will be doing Schritt um Schritt. That is, we will be taking up small part today and we'll be proceeding it with in next few classes. So a little bit of German, grammar only, because as I said just now, I'm not going to focus upon grammar today, but just a pinch of it. Also, fangen wir an mit unser typisches Ich habe, du hast Geschichte. Ich, let us do with habe. So one person please speak out. What should I write for ich?
Ich habe.
Genau, ich habe.
Ich habe.
Du
Habst.
hast. Sie es
Habt.
hat. Simple hat, right?
Okay, du den
Then wir,
haben.
ja, wir haben. No? We'll try to speak out as we will be using in spoken German. Haben. Also ihr
Haben. Hab.
habt. Ne?
Ja.
Und sie haben. Sie haben.
Yes.
Klar. Okay, now this is literally what we say in English as I have, right? I have drunk water. I have water. I have eaten food, for example. So we will say ich habe zum Beispiel Essen gegessen. We will do it later on in depth, but what I want to tell you is there is a past tense also of haben. And just take it right now as I am telling you, and you have to remember it again. So it becomes ich hatte, which in English will be I had, right? Du hattest. Sie hatte. Wir hatten. Ihr hattet. Und sie hatten. Okay, so it is literally, let's say if I say we had gone to market, right? So I'll be saying in German as wir hatten nach Markt gegangen, right? We had gone to market. Now, as I said, we'll be taking up this topic, this past tense thing in detail later on. But what I want to tell you right now is, just a moment. I wrote a letter, right? There is one thing, and this is in past, right? And there is one more past.
Yes.
Now, I have written a letter. Right? This is again a past tense. But this is something that you are telling today, that I am telling you that I have written a letter. And this is I wrote a letter will be more into, like, suppose if you are writing an email, for example. So maybe in written German or written language, you will be probably using this more often. And when you will be speaking to somebody, of course, well, when you're speaking, you can always say I wrote a letter. That's fine. But more often, when you're speaking, you'll be probably using I have written a letter, right? So there are two forms past of past tense, and we'll be taking up later on this topic in our classes. But for now, what I want to focus upon is ich habe becomes ich hatte. Du hattest, sie hatte, wir hatten, ihr hattet, sie hatten. Likewise, the same thing works out with your sein also. So, one by one, I request everybody to please tell me what is the sein form of ich.
Bin.
Perfect. Some other person?
Du bist.
Du bist.
Ja.
Oder sie ist. Und. Sie
Ja.
ist. Denn wir sind.
Sind.
Ihr seid. Ja.
Perfect.
Seid. And then sie sind.
Sie sind. Ihr seid. SEID and sie sind. Right. Right. Now, again, this will turn into something absolutely new for now. And this is ich war. Okay. Du warst. Again war. Now this is a little different than war. Wir waren, right. Then ihr wart. Sie waren. Okay. So I request you again, people, please take a screenshot. A moment. Let me just write it down as sein. Okay. So again, I request you everybody to please take a screenshot here.
Excuse me. Actually, in my screen, you are just paused while writing ist.
Yeah, in my screen also you.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
now
yeah.
it's okay.
Bibite?
No, nothing.
No.
For a second, it was paused.
Okay.
Now it is okay.
All right. So now I request you to please take a screenshot here, because this table again will be using more often, like whenever we'll be speaking in something about past tense, then we'll be using these words. Right? So make sure there will be a little confusion sometimes, like du hast and du hattest, right? Or even erstes hat and the past tense is hatte. So you have to make sure whenever you are speaking to somebody, especially, then you have to make sure that you are listening the right words. Because sometimes if you are focusing only upon these words, hart und hatte, you might make a mistake if that guy is talking something which has passed in the past, which has happened in the past, or he's talking about the present tense. So you have to remember this table auswendig. Word of the day. Auswendig means by heart. Like even at night 2 a.m. if somebody wakes you up and asks you, then you should be in a position to speak out this table, right? So that was something which I just wanted to take a small piece of grammar today. Sonst we will be taking some regular things like speaking practice today. Okay, then back to a regular class. What we will be doing is we will be doing a Gespräch. Gespräch means literally conversation. Now, I'll be giving some topics and everybody has to speak on every topic, right? I'll be giving some hints also or some useful verbs that you can use in such cases, right? So we are total 3 participants today. Let me check. Yes, so I should expect at least 3 voices or 3 statements, paragraphs from your side. Try to build up as much as possible, and I understand that everybody will be making many mistakes, but that's absolutely fine. So the first topic of the day is Hund oder Katz. That is dog or cat. So my question is, or topic is, if you were given a chance to go for a pet and you were given 2 options, a dog or a cat. So which one would you prefer and why? So I expect you to speak up maybe 3 or 4 sentences or how much you feel like you can speak it out. Also, hier gebe ich euch einen Hinweis. Hinweis bedeutet Hint. So there are certain words that you should recall. Let's say Zeus. Zeus means sweet, right? And let's say Liebe, you can say lovely, or love, you can say Liebe. Ich liebe, Liebe, something like that. I am not sure about the spellings. Then you can say loyal or trustworthy. So it could be vertraulich, and then you may even say, let's say somebody wants to speak out that cat is non-veg. So non-veg is unvegetarisch, and obviously veg is vegetarisch, right? So these are some hints that you may use if you feel like. Else, while you speak, I'll be always there and I'll help you out with more vocabulary. Vocabulary means your vocabulary. Okay, so somebody please give it a try. Remember, I expect you people to remember the modal verbs, and there was a modal verb for I like.
Yes.
No?
Yeah.
Ich
So,
möchten.
mag is mag.
Mag.
Not just
Mag is right.
möchten is also there.
Yeah, möchte is also right. Du hast recht. But normally what happens, we will be using möchte when we are, given some choices. And well, of course, here also we are given two choices, but I'm not able to explain it clearly. I will check it out upon when to use möchte, but for now, you can just consider that mag is something which is more related to your emotions, your love, for example, sentiments. No? You probably will not have any sentiments with a pizza, right? So there you might be. It would be better if you'll say ich möchte Pizza essen. However, if you'll say ich mag Pizza essen, then that would may not be the perfect sentence. You can just say ich mag pizza for that purpose, right? But for now, please go ahead with mag. I'll check out why we cannot use möchte here. Just give it a try. Somebody, or maybe you can. I don't want to mix it up. That's why I want everybody to do it individually instead of somebody saying one sentence and other guy saying some other sentence. Give it a try.
What? Could you repeat?
Wie bitte?
Can you repeat? Wie bitte?
Yeah, ich meine, I don't want everybody to speak out in between. I mean, then there will be one sentences from one side, one sentence from other side. That is something that I don't want. I want everybody to take initiative and speak out at least 2 or 3 sentences, or wie viel möchten Sie? How many you would like to speak out? But please speak out at least 2 3 sentences, one by one.
Can I would like to start.
Bitte.
Ich mag Katze. How do we say as, because, or as?
Yes, that is something I have not taught yet. But you can say while.
While. Okay.
Yeah, that is literally because.
Ich mag Katz. Ich mag Katz, weil the Katzen are herausfordernd, which is challenging, like they're challenging to operate because they are very shy, and they are loyal.
Loyal is vertraulich. No? Herausforderung is challenging.
I think he left.
Wie bitte?
He left.
Warum?
Oh yeah, he joined.
Sorry, it was.
Keine Sorge, alles in Ordnung. Okay, so du sagst, Katzen sind, erstmal, sie sind Herausforderung, that is, they are challenging to operate or to manage.
Yes.
And zweite Ding ist vertraulich. No?
Yes, ma'am. Sorry, yes.
Perfekt. Alles in Ordnung. Ja, du hast absolut recht. Du hast gut gemacht.
Ja, und sie wirklich, what was the word for adorable?
Ich liebe, du kannst straight away say, I love cards. Ich liebe cards.
Ich liebe Cards.
Perfect. Ich liebe cards or cards in auch geht.
Yeah. Like they're really adorable.
Yeah. I will check out what adorable or lovable is. Let me quickly check it out right away. Normally I use DeepL, which I find very nice. You also
DeepL is a good translator.
Yeah.
I use it.
Adorable is, let's see, come. Why is it not coming?
Okay.
Lebenswert. Okay. Lebenswert. No? Schön is basically beautiful. Lebenswert. See, again, this is a monster word. Let's take a chance to talk about monster words now. This is not working. Yeah. Monster words. So, monster words, basically, friends, there is a concept in German that if you got 2 words, well, it's nothing to do with them or form that we learned yesterday. It is absolutely different thing. The concept is, if you have got 2 words, you can, not every 2 words, you can join most of the words and use a S in between and the second word. That is first and second. So it becomes a monster word. It becomes something which probably you will not find in English. Zum Beispiel. By the way, zum Beispiel is example, for example. Also, für Monsterwords gebe ich ein Beispiel Versicherungs, Sicherungs Nummer. Okay, so this is one word, Versicherungsnummer, and that is Versicherung means your insurance, and Nummer is number, right? And in between you will find a S. Likewise, just now we found Lebenswert, Liebens word. So here again, Leben is love, and Wert is value, right? So Lebenswert is something which has value or which has love value. That is, you can like that some stuff or toy or whatever it may be. So again, it's a monster word. You can say it's monster words kind of a slang language, but you can say composite word, and which acts like you have to put a S in between and then makes up the sentence, the word, right? So it's just a added information for all. Also, gehen wir weiter mit Karthik und Ishita.
Oh yeah, could you go back to the
Ein bisschen laut bitte, Ishita.
Oh yeah, could you again show the word for loyal?
For?
Loyal.
Vertraulich.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I?
Yeah, bitte.
Okay. Can I say? Can I speak?
Can I see?
Can I say about what animal I would?
Yeah, it's your chance. Please speak.
Yeah. Okay. Ich mag Hunde, weil ihr seid wohltuend und vertraulich.
Ishita, ein bisschen laut bitte. तुम्हारी आवाज बहुत ही कम आती है.
Oh, because I'm speaking with the microphone, it's like so close near my mouth.
It's wirklich, ich kann überhaupt nicht hören.
Can you hear me now?
No, it's ein bisschen besser, ja. Bitte, gehen Sie weiter.
Ja. Ich mag Hunde, weil ihr seid wohltuend und vertraulich.
Okay, alles klar, perfekt. Etwas mehr darüber? You can say anything. I play with them. I go to swimming. I share my food with them. Anything you feel like. You can even speak in broken German. I'll be adding those corresponding German words in the sentence. Then just try to express your statements upon this. Or even you can use I had one dog. I had one dog. So just now we learned, let me show you. Ich habe, ich hatte. So this hatte is basically had. Right? So ich hatte
Okay.
ein Hund. You can say.
Okay, but in my case it's like meine Großmutter hatten einen Hund.
Perfect. Meine Großmutter again I think it will be my Großmutter hat
It would be hatten because
hatten,
it's
no?
respectful.
Yeah, Zizi, that's right. It's respectable. Hatten ein Hund. Hatten ein Hund. Perfect. All right. Karthik, gehen wir weiter mit dir dann.
Ja, ich mag Katze, weil Katze ist niedlich. Das ist cute und sie und sie sind sehr, sehr, what to say? Yeah, sie sind stark auch.
Okay, strong.
Yes.
Perfect.
Und so, ich liebe Katze.
Perfekt. So, ich liebe Katze. Sag mal, hast du mit Katz gespielt?
Nein,
Gespielt? Nein.
nein.
Nein, bitte nicht ein Wort Antwort. Immer gibst du die ganze Satz.
Okay, ich nicht spielen mit Katzen.
Du kannst sagen, ich habe nicht mit Katzen gespielt.
Okay, ich habe nicht mit Katze gespielt.
Yeah, perfect. Now, again, friends, this is something which turns to be from your past tense. So, just because in my next class, in future classes, I'll be talking about how to frame these past tense sentences. And frankly telling, I myself need to practice upon them. So, thereby, I cannot do it right now. But for now, what you can understand is we have learned spielen, right? So you can turn it to gespielt right away. You have to add one ge behind them and then spielt. Now how it is formed and what are the terms and conditions related with this? It's a theme of next classes. But what I want to say is you will be finding many hundreds of verbs which follow the same rule. Gesehen, right? Gesagt,
Gefliegen.
gefliegen, perfect. I think it's geflogen. We will check it out. I am sure it's geflogen. Then there are so many, such words, and then you only need to use ich habe, and then geflogen, gesagt, gesehen, and that is invariably like I have zum Beispiel flown, I have seen, I have played, right? So it is one-to-one conversion, you can say. So it is ganz einfach. It is very easy. Einfach bedeutet easy or simple. Jemand ist da, denke ich.
I know, I just left by mistake. Sorry.
Alles klar, keine Sorge. Okay, so das war die erste Thema. Also, die nächste Thema ist Berg oder Strand. Nun, Berg bedeutet die große Bergen wie Mountains. Und Strand bedeutet Seashore. So, die derzeitige Thema ist, derzeitige bedeutet current. I'm just trying to build up your vocabulary when I'm speaking German so that you please try to remember these words, because these are very commonly used words. Okay, so the derzeitige Thema is again topic. The current topic is Berg oder Strand. In case if you have a chance to select between mountains and rivers or mountains and seashore for your Urlaub, moment, bedeutet Chuttiyan, holidays, right? So which one you people will be selecting, Berg oder Strand? Now some words that you can use in this topic are, let me just think. In Berg it is kalt, okay, kalt means cold. This is ruhig, means peaceful.
Schwimmen.
Wie bitte?
Schwimmen in river or sea.
Laut bitte.
Schwimmen in sea.
Ja, ja. Ja, stimmt. Du hast recht. Für Strand, du kannst schreiben schwimmen. Right? Then für Berg oder irgendwo, you can say that on beach also it is very ruhig. Zweite ist über Luft. Luft bedeutet air or wind. So you can say Luft ist sehr frisch. That is fresh, right? Probably this will pass. This will be here also. Any other thing you think of? Try to speak out. Then we will turn it into a sentence in paragraph.
Skateboarding.
Bitte?
Skateboarding.
Skateboarding, yeah, absolute. But where do you find skateboarding, in Berg or in Strand?
Strand.
Okay, skateboarding.
Or rather than skateboarding, it's surfing.
Ah, surfing. Yeah, you are right. Surfing. Perfect. Here you can speak out about natur, Natur. That is nature, right? So it's absolutely perfect.
Klettern.
Bitte?
Sorry for interrupting. It's Klettern.
Klettern.
Yes.
Klettern bedeutet? Climbing
To
up.
climb.
Yeah. Okay, so genug Wörter. Genug again bedeutet enough. Right? Just try to frame some sentences and try to speak out.
Okay, I'll start. So, ich mag Strand, weil ich liebe Schwimmen und Surfen.
Okay, perfekt.
Yes.
Ein paar mehr Satz bitte.
Oh, okay. Dann ist die Luft, die frische Luft in Strand.
Yeah, you can say, bekommen. What does bekommen means?
To get.
Yes. So, wir bekommen frisch Luft. No? We can say like this, right?
Yes.
Now, just a word here again, there is an important thing you can say. In English, we normally say one can get fresh air there, for example, right? So, anytime when you will be referring to one can, so someone can go and enjoy fresh air there, or somebody can do something. So one can, whenever we want to speak out in German, it is only man. Remember, it is M with small character, small. So if I were to say one can get fresh air there, we will be saying man. Somebody please tell me what type of modal verb should I use here?
Man, können.
Yes, man können, or here it will be man kann. Then there will be dot. Just remember this word, dot. Man kann dort frisch Luft. And then what do you think? What should I write?
Geben.
Geben. Geben is to give.
Yes.
Bekommen.
Man kann dort frisch Luft bekommen. Geben तो उल्टा हो जाएगा ना. He can give fresh.
Yeah. Okay.
So it will be bekommen. Otherwise, you can also use erhalten. Yesterday also I told this word, erhalten. Right? And again, the better sentence here would be dort man kann frisch Luft bekommen. Dort man kann frisch Luft bekommen. Okay. Okay, then there is one more thing I want to tell you. It's a very common word which, in case if you will be giving any tests or exams, then probably you can use it quite a lot of times. There's a word called Sehen Würdigkeiten. This is again kind of a complex or composite word, but please remember this word. Sehen Würdigkeiten means uh, places. Let's say if you go to Goa, so you'll find some beaches which are very interesting to visit. So places of let's say interest, you can say, or interesting places which as a tourist, if you go, you would find it quite good to visit. So those places in Deutsch heißt Sehenswürdigkeiten. Okay. Likewise, if you want to go for some sweets, you want to eat some sweets, so it is Süßigkeiten. I am not able to speak out. Süßigkeiten. Right? So Süßigkeiten means sweet dishes. So I just wanted to tell you these two words. Also, gehen wir zurück nach unser Hauptthema, und das war Strand oder Berg. Okay, so wir sind fertig mit Kartik und nun gebe ich Chance nach Ishita.
Okay. Am I audible?
Yeah, you are.
Okay. Ich mag Strand, weil ich liebe auch die what do you call breeze in German?
You can just say Luft also.
Okay. Ich liebe auch die warme Luft.
Mhm.
Und ich also liebe spielen im Sand.
Zone. So you want to say that I like to play under the sun. No?
No, in the sand. I like to
In the
play
sand.
sand.
Sand is. I need to check out what is sand of Deutsch. I think it is only sand. I'll check out. Yeah, that is sand only. So, durch.
Sandus.
Wie bitte?
Sandus.
Sand is sand.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So, I'll say Ishita. Ishita mag in Sand spielen oder zu spielen. Now, how this zu comes, we'll talk about later. Zu spielen. Perfect. There is one more sentence that I just spoke out is man kann unter den Sonne. Now there is a word called genießen. Genießen. I need to check the spelling, but genießen is to genieß. Genieß is to have fun, to enjoy the environment, or to have to enjoy the situation. So genießen is to enjoy. Now, again, there is one thing that I should tell you. Many times, if you, let's say, if this guy says to this guy that, hey, I am going to strand, right? I'm going to some sea to enjoy. Let's say he's going to strand. So, this guy will be saying, have fun. Right? Now, have fun of Deutsch is hab Spaß. Okay, just make sure whenever you want to say that, okay, go and enjoy there. So you can straight away say hab Spaß. Right? Then there's one more thing, like just now you asked, am I hearable? Am I, just a moment, am I audible? So in future, I would request everybody to speak out in German, and it will be bin ich hörbar. Okay, so hörbar bedeutet audible, right? So maybe like whenever you are speaking on telephone to somebody and somebody is unable to understand, or maybe he or she is complaining that your voice is not clear, then you can just ask bin ich hörbar, right? This may not be practical when you're talking in person to somebody, because then you'll be hörbar definitely. But in case you are talking on over Skype or this online medium, then you can use this term bin ich hörbar. Okay, nun ist Chance für Arvid. Was ist deine Meinung, Arvid? Bist du da, Arvid?
What, can you repeat?
Yeah, what is your Meinung? It's your chance now.
Yeah, ich mag Natur im unter die Sonne.
Unser?
Unter die Sonne.
Kannst du bitte buchstabieren? Was meinst du? Unser or unter?
Under.
Under the sun.
Yes.
Okay, unter der Sonne oder unter den Sonne. Okay. Okay, dann weiter bitte.
No, I said Natur, skateboarding under the sun.
Alles klar. Okay, das habe ich verstanden. Dann ein paar mehr Wortsatz. Du kannst darüber sprechen, wie du kannst viel tun. Du magst Boot. Boot ist Boot.
Okay.
Ja, du kannst etwas mehr sprechen.
So I have to make one more sentence.
Yeah, you have to say at least 3 or 4 sentences, as I said in the start.
Okay. Dann ich mag schlafe im ruhig.
Mhm.
Wait. Und what is riding?
Riding.
Or will we use fahren only if I want to say I ride the boat?
Ja, du kannst mit Boot fahren. Du kannst sagen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ich mag Boot fahren.
Yeah, you can say like that, or you can also say you can say am Strand kann ich mit Boot fahren. Mit Boot fahren. Like in case if you want to express your preference to go for a seashore, because you can travel with boats, or you can just have fun with boats, then you can say am Strand kann ich mit Boot fahren. Perfect. Okay, dann die letzte Punkt für heute. Let's say you have 2 drinks to drink. Moment. And one is kalt, wie Kaltkaffee, and one is heiß, wie Schokoladmilch, chocolate milk. right? Das ist heiß und das ist kalt. So I would request everybody to speak at least 2 or 3 sentences on which one would you prefer to drink.
Okay. Ich mag kalt Kaffee.
Mhm.
As kalt
Weil.
kalt Kaffee,
Ich mag kalt Kaffee, weil.
weil ich mag kalt Kaffee, weil what is to like it takes less time.
Es nimmt wenig Zeit zu trinken. Es nimmt.
Yes.
Moment.
Nimmt. It takes.
N-I-M-T. Wenig. This is again a new word for everybody. Wenig is low or less. Or you can always also say niedrig. N-E-I-D-R-I-G, which is again low. Right? So, es nimmt wenig Zeit zum Trinken.
Ja.
Alles klar.
Ich mag kalt Kaffee, weil es nimmt wenig Zeit zu trinken.
Perfect.
Und es ist what is refreshing? Like it.
Es ist frisch, you can say. Es ist frisch.
Okay.
F-R-I-S.
Es ist frisch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfekt, 100% perfekt. Klar, jemand möchte versuchen. Kartik oder Ishita, bitte?
Yeah.
Yeah.
May I try?
Yeah, bitte.
Okay, so ich mag Schokolade Milk,
Mhm.
weil es schmeckt gut.
Schmeckt gut, perfekt.
Schmeckt gut und es würde, what do we say, like it would keep me warm in the winter.
Ich kann heiß bleiben. Ich kann, Moment, ich kann warm also is there, warm bleiben.
Und ich kann warm bleiben.
Perfekt. Alles klar. Und die letzte für Kartik.
Ja, ich mag kalt Kaffee, weil wenn es ist so heiß
Mhm.
in meinem Stadt, so kalt Kaffee ist schmecken so lecker, so gut, so schön.
Perfect. Lecker, gut, schön, 100% perfekt. So du meinst, dass wenn es ist sehr heiß Wetter, dann du bist sehr bequem, kaltes Trinken zu trinken, ne?
Ja, ja.
Also, hier habe ich gerade gesagt, bequem, B-E-Q-U-E-M, bedeutet comfortable. Okay. Und noch etwas, Kartik?
Actually, no.
Nein. Actually bedeutet
Nein.
eigentlich.
Eigentlich nein.
Nein, ne? Perfekt. Also, du kannst darüber sprechen, wie kann man sagen, I also cannot think much about it. But the simple things is, it is now scientifically said that it is always better to drink cold than to drink hot. So, in case if you want to say that it is healthy, so there is a word for healthy, and this is gesund, right? So just in case if I want to speak out that it is healthy, right? So I would rather say, Vipte?
This is gesund.
Yeah, you are right. Es ist gesund. Right? Now, remember, there is a mistake that many people make, including me, is health. Is Gesundheit. Okay, height is kind of a property, you can say. Let's say if somebody is available, let's say I'll give you an example. Available, right? So I'll be saying it another new word for the day, verfügbar. Okay, it is available. And if I were to say availability, then it is verfügbarkeit. So kite is kind of an adjective which adds to the main word. So likewise, health is Gesundheit and healthy is gesund. Okay, so just remember these two things, Gesundheit und Verfügbarkeit. Okay, so ich denke, heute wir sind fertig mit unser heutiger Unterricht. And now I want to tell you that today I am not in a position to give you homework, but tomorrow or day after tomorrow also, on both days also, you may receive a homework. So because for languages learning or Sprache zu lernen, we should be in contact all the times. We cannot take a break from language learning. So I would rather request you, if you receive homework on Saturday or Sunday, please give some time for these German classes and do that homework, right? Apart from that, the homework that I gave yesterday, I have gone through it, and there were a little bit of corrections that I would like to speak out personally. So I'll be sending you back those files later on. Just wanted to tell you one thing, that make a habit of writing verbs always in small letters. Why I'm saying so is because there could be some verbs that if you write with capital letters, then it could be a noun also. So in the middle of a sentence, if you are writing verbs, always write it in small letters, V-E-R-B. So this verb should be always small. And even then, if I were to write, let's say, sehen, only with some single word, for example, always try to write it only with small characters and do not write sehen, even if it is a single word. Like when I give you a table, so I want you to write, let's say, schreiben. So always write small capital, SCHREIBEN, or if I want to say, let's say, expression, then SPRECHEN, right? So this is a common thing that I found when I gave a Überblick, when I just went through the homework yesterday. And this is something that you must always remember, that always start your verbs with small characters. The only exception is if the verb comes at the first place, like kannst du, bitte anrufen, or etwas. So in this case, the verb is at the first position, and following the English rules, that is, the first character of a sentence has to be in capital, and that's why it has to be in capital. Otherwise, there is no good reason why you should write a verb with a capital character in a sentence. Also, Fragen bis jetzt oder Fragen dazu.
Einer ist klar.
Perfect.
Ja,
Dann,
ich habe eine Frage.
ja bitte.
I wanted to ask you that what is the difference between dort and da? Like, are they synonyms or what?
Dort
Und da.
und da.
Yes.
Immer da. Ja, du hast recht. Eigentlich beide sind gleich. Er ist da, er ist dort. I need to check it. Normally, what I have understood is dot is used when we are talking about a place or kind of a location, right? Or even position, right? And da is more into position only. So let's say if let's say I would say in modal verbs, let's say in the modal verb story that I told you, modal verbs, I said that verb always goes to the end, right? So what is going? The verb is going to the end, and that is the position, right? So you cannot say verb is going to the last point of the park, or last corner of the strasse or street. We won't say. We will say it's a position which is we are talking about. So we will say a verb liegt um, liegt da. For example, verb liegt da. That is, da is again referring to dot only. That is a position. But if I were to say um, air won't, then I'll be saying dot. And you can also find out that there is an ort between ORT, which is actually location, right? So this is my assumption. I'm not quite sure about this because even I had never thought about this question. I'll check out. But to the best of my experience, da is normally used when you're talking about some position, and dot is something related with physical location. But it's a good question. I'll check out once again. Okay, any other
Okay.
questions?
No.
All right. Dann wünsche ich euch schönes Wochenende.
Schönes Wochenende. Tschüss.
Schönes
Danke.
Wochenende. Vielen Dank. Tschüss.
Tschüss.